44 years ago, our nation's 40th president, Republican Ronald Reagan, was shot, leaving a union building trades conference thanking them for their help and support. Let me share a few poignant remarks he made. First, he said, "America depends on the work of labor, and the economy we build should reward and encourage the labor as our hope for the future." He went on to talk about strong work ethic of our labor force, saying, "We have built this great nation on rewarding the work ethic instead of punishing it." These words could not be more fitting for where we find ourselves today. Today, I, Republican Mayor James E. Snyder, Mayor of the great port city of Indiana, Portage, on behalf of the 40,000 residents that have given me the chance to serve, implore the men and women of the Indiana Senate to vote against the repeal of the common construction wage. That has been the standard for construction wages for nearly 80 years. If the Senate refuses to listen, we beseech the governor to show executive leadership and protect the Indianapolis worker, the Fort Wayne job, the Evansville family, the Lawrenceburg contractor, and the Portage economy by dusting off his red pen and inscribing VETO on the bill. Furthermore, I ask them to stop misleading the people of this great state. My community, and even themselves, with the falsehood spewed out of big business, special interest, and the power brokers of Washington, D.C. Like Ronald Reagan, I believe that the sweat of a man's brow is the fuel of this nation's economy. Common construction wage has also helped to ensure that our Hoosier workforce receives the training needed to safely and effectively build our great state. Today, we have a simple message for the governor and this state legislature. Unions and contractors have already been doing this for nearly 80 years, and they have not needed to do it on the backs of the taxpayers because of the impact of common construction wage. Repeal of the common construction wage by the Republican-dominated legislators sends a message to Hoosiers that the government can better educate Indiana's workforce and they can do it cheaper. Listen, this mayor, this Republican, believes that government is often the problem, not the solution. And the private sector, the unions and the contractors have been changing our workforce right, and they are doing it better than any state agency can. I choose to stand with Ronald Reagan when he said that the worst thing a person can hear is that we are the government and we're here to help. Portage jobs, Indiana jobs are at risk, and now the Indiana Republican legislature is on notice and they know it. They are trying desperately to add last-minute amendments to supposedly protect Hoosier jobs. I deliver this message on behalf of Portage workers, and each and every one of you, stop messing around with our jobs. Stop messing around with our futures, and simply stop messing around with our lives. The people of Portage would be humiliated if we were forced by Indianapolis to hire transients from Alabama or Louisiana who come to Portage, sleep in cheap hotels, eat bologna sandwiches, and build our fire and police stations, and we won't have it. We have heard false estimates of 20% savings, some of 10, and most have leveled off at 5 or 6%. The mayors who actually do the projects and award the bids do not believe there will be any savings. That is why we have voiced strong opposition to this bill. Let's do something in this House that's constructive instead of destructive. Let's figure out a way to build new lanes on I-65 from Jefferson to Gary, Indiana, so that we can remain the crossroads of America. Let's turn our high school students into construction workers to fill the void that is coming. Let's rebuild the aging infrastructure and ensure generations of work for the hardworking families of Indiana. The city of Portage is full of bright-eyed, eager, generous, kind, hardworking men and women, and many of you are here today. I guess you could say we are comprised of the so-called little guys in the corporate standards. It was President Theodore Roosevelt who believed in the little guy and that they needed some protections, and on their behalf he took on Wall Street, big oil, and steel. Many in Portage and Indiana people live a wonderful life because of what he did for them. Republican Teddy Roosevelt said this, and I think it sums up our gathering today. The things that will destroy America are prosperity at any price, peace at any price, safety first instead of duty first, the love of soft living, and the get-rich-quick theory of life. My message from the people of the great city of Portage is this. I join you here today, and this is our message to the governor and state house leaders. Please stop and listen to us before repealing a law that has benefited so many of our hardworking families. Thank you.